And welcome everybody to our weekly Wednesday live stream. We'll be back in just about a minute here, maybe a minute and a half, so bear with us while we allow people to join the live stream. All right, and thanks everybody for tuning in to our weekly Wednesday live stream. Please tell your friends and foes about the stream. And shout out to Nay for leaving comments. Nay B, everybody. One of our longtime viewers and patrons. Allow me to get out of the way. I just wanted to introduce our Rage Cam. If you're not familiar with our Rage Cam, that's because it's brand new. I'm not familiar with it myself. But here's what could happen. I could fly into a rage and then turn the camera like this and start yelling so that I'm not yelling directly into the mic. And plus you get some insight into what's going on here in the Smash Tower as well. So I just wanted to introduce that just in case I have to fly into a blind, furious rage. I wanted to thank our patrons, but first, how about if we show some solar imagery, since there is a coronal mass ejection watch in effect. If you're a regular viewer of our channel, you may have noticed our thumbnails. And if you're one of these people who subscribes and doesn't even watch the videos, and you watch the video, you subscribe only to view the thumbnails and you don't watch the videos, I don't know what that is. Can anybody tell me what that is? Why is it that some people watch the videos and other people comment on the videos without watching them? It's quite mysterious to me. If anybody understands the reasoning behind that, let us know, and we will display your comments on the screen later in the video as we're showing there. Yeah, xylophone. I'm a huge fan of xylophone and marimba. And thanks for stopping by, Consquatch. So yeah, let's just talk about some stuff real quick before we get into some news crawling and other things. News crawling and lawling probably is what it'll most likely be, because, well, it's the news. I mean, what do you want? So thanks to our patrons, and to our patrons, if you hadn't gotten the memo yet, we're bringing subscription services. Allow me to get off the screen. We're bringing subscription services to smAsho.com. So we already have the site live, and we're not really putting up paid content very much yet, but there are posts there if you're chomping at the bit to sign up for a similar service to Patreon over at smashamash.com/smashteam, then be our guest. And yeah, so that may be a thing you're not aware of, and we're not currently phasing Patreon out or anything like that. I would also remind all of our viewers to please not pole vault the caldera. This public service message brought to you by smashamash.com at massive personal risk and expense, because we're assuming the massive risk of advising you not to pole vault the caldera. And please use all of our advice, whether it's about whether or not a coronal mass ejection is showing up or whether or not civilization is ending, for novelty purposes only. As we're the... I'm just kidding, folks. Some of the stuff's pretty serious, but in any case, welcome to the Neo-Renaissance. Visit our own page. It's completely different, and it'll be changing more and more. So thanks for the recent changes, Smash staff. You'll now find a Smash support link, as well as all this other stuff on the home page. But most importantly, you'll find this link here, which will direct you to smashamash.com/smashteam. And that's all I'll say about that. I won't say anything about the GOES X-ray flux, because that's not really the purpose of this video. This video is about literally anything. So if you, the viewer, has something you'd like to comment on, we'll eventually read it. And I'm just showing you what the screen will look like here when you sign up at smashamash.com/smashteam. And you may find that new graphic in various places. Of course, if you click on smAsho merch, we've got the new graphic is there as well. We've revised it a little bit for our big website subscription service launch. And you can click on that smAsho merch link to find all of the gear here. Still 9 products. And yeah, and I'm actually wearing one of the products now. So let's bring that up. I'm actually wearing the "My vaccination status is none of your business" shirt. And there's no reason to rant about that. I don't find it particularly controversial. And if you're talking about your medical status with all kinds of people who have nothing to do with the administration thereof, and or who know nothing about it, that's on you. Congratulations. It doesn't really matter to me. And the featured product is that. But we're going to show you the new design, because this is the latest design that we have up here. The Smash Team baseball hat in dark gray. Pretty sweet. It's got a motif of a Jeep there. And it's, you could say maybe it has to do with being the A-team of space weather, perhaps. Yeah. Just saying. So make sure you follow us on other social media as well, folks. We do have a Twitch page, twitch.tv/smashamash, and we stream there all the time, much more regularly than on YouTube, actually. So you're definitely getting some content later than necessary by viewing on YouTube. And we're also on BitChute. Our latest 2 exclusives include one disguised as our 5,000 subscriber special here from YouTube. So this is a YouTube exclusive video right now. And BitChute is alt tech. So I could pretty much put up whatever I want there, I suppose, within the bounds of legality. Here's the latest BitChute exclusives. It's the accountability for Cuomo, or is it? Fondle staff, get fired. Cause deaths, no response? And let us know in the comments how your governor of your state is doing in your opinion. Let us know what you think. We've been getting some massive views over here, as you can see. It's a little bit interesting that we're getting, oh, I don't know, 2,164 views on our video from 3 weeks ago about scary, scary hot planet will kill us soon. Now that's on YouTube. Anyway, our second most recent BitChute exclusive is not that one. That's on YouTube. Carbon sequestration, 1850s thinking leads to 1850s logic. Nope. That's on YouTube also. Anyway, I recommend everybody branch out into alt tech a bit, and BitChute is our other main video source. There you go. It's our 500th subscriber special on BitChute. I won't even read the title, as I don't want our YouTube exclusive to get, anything going wrong with it. We prefer our content not to be buried in search. So, and make sure you follow us on all these other sites listed up here. You'll find exclusive content on all of those. For instance, on Patreon, there is actually stuff there that does not require any sort of membership cost. Some of the public posts are, all of the public posts are visible. Some of the posts are public. So let's just go ahead and show some more stuff here. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/smAsho. And you'll find regular content there. Thanks for all your hard work, Smash staff, as she has done most of the work to set up the website and so on. So thanks to her on that. Now we're going to go to my Twitter feed here, and we're going to go back about 1 week, because we regularly use Twitter posts to remind me to talk about certain things to you, the YouTube viewer, because you may not hear me rant about it otherwise. So allow me to remove myself from the screen before I'm on the same screen with AOC or perhaps Liz Warren. Now, I got 0 responses to this question. I think I'm going to retweet it. So, why would anybody who doesn't get flu vaccinations get a COVID vaccination? Anybody? Anybody? Crickets? Bueller? Is there anybody home? Knock, knock. Nobody's answering. Why in the world would you want to get? I think I may have to bring out the rage cam. Oh boy. All right. Rage cam time. Why would you get a COVID vaccination if you don't get flu shots? I'm not really that mad. It's whatever. I don't understand it. It's deranged. And let me just check the life of the stream here for a minute, folks. And everything looks just fine. Again, seriously, I want to know, have you decided to get a COVID vaccination even though you don't get flu shots? So if that's the case, I don't necessarily need to know why, but just let us know in the comments if you decided to get a COVID vaccination even though you don't get flu shots. You can tell us why, but I'm not sure I want to know. Now, have you seen my voice acting debut? I'm going to play you a tidbit of Rag Reynolds' latest film here, Behooved. I believe I commented. It's my voice acting debut. What a day. Our 2,000 subscriber special. And Behooved premiered on the same day. So that was just splentacular. So let's play a little tidbit from this. Shout out to Rag Reynolds. And we're actually going to record an interview with Ryan Rag Reynolds on Saturday. So look for that coming out Saturday afternoon, probably sometime in the early afternoon. And let's see if we can find my part here. I'm going to only play a tiny snibs of my part. And I don't want to create any spoilers to encourage you to watch the entire thing, of course. Oh, this is just the trailer. This is just the trailer, folks. So I don't think my part appears in the trailer. But we did share it as a community post on YouTube. So, and of course, we'll bring that up again on Saturday when we talk to the star of Behooved himself, Mr. Reynolds. So what do you think about John Kerry's private family jet? John Kerry's family jet. What do you think about that? Have you measured your carbon footprint today? Are you a climate cretin? Do you think carbon dioxide is a pollutant? I'm just asking questions here, folks. What do you think of John Kerry, our climate czar's private family jet? I wonder what his hangar fees and his maintenance fees are, eh? Hey, that's an awful nice jet fuel repository you got there. Be a shame if it had a huge carbon footprint. That's my Andrew Cuomo impersonation, by the way, if you're wondering. That's my Cuomo. And I could do it for the entire rest of the live stream, you know. Hey, that's an awful nice solar forecast you got there. Be a shame if it was right all the time. Dr. Fauci, who do you want to be, De Niro or Pacino? Because, you know, if you're De Niro, you could be like the Godfather's kid or something, or you could be like, Taxi Driver. But if you was Pacino, you could be Scarface. So it's like a tough call, like which nipple piercings to wear today. So tell me, Dr. Fauci, do you want to be De Niro or Pacino? Dr. Fauci's, I love Fauci's response. Anybody remember Fauci's response? Wasn't that a delight? Fauci says, well, you know, I love both of them, so I love both of them, so I kind of want to decide on one or the other, because then I'm going to hurt the feelings of the other guy. Governor Cuomo, if you could please wear 4 masks today and 3 masks tomorrow. All right, I got to stop. Okay, let's see what else to rant about here. And I know there's a lot, so ta-da! Next, my next tweet here, and we're looking at the last week of tweets. COVIDiots abide. Quote, of all the advice they're given, mask wearing, social distancing, and all the rest, staying home when you're sick, would do by far the most good. Yet we hear it urged upon us the least. Should I say it again? Maybe the video or the channel will get banned for medical misinformation. I guess I won't repeat that one. I wouldn't want to get too close to the line, would I? Of all the advice they've given, mask wearing, social distancing, and all the rest, staying home when you're sick would do by far the most good. Yet we hear it urged upon us the least. Why? It's probably because... Ragecam. It's because sick people drive pandemics, not asymptomatic people. That's why. So, yeah. See, that's the Ragecam in action there. I hope you appreciate that. As I'm not yelling directly into the microphone, it's for the benefit of you, the viewer. Quote from me, these people are sickening disinformation hack frauds. You'll all pay dearly for this, as your credibility is gone forever. Wolf Blitzer and CNN, disgusting propaganda. We also regularly put up photos and thumbnails from our videos, so sometimes you'll get a little insight into what we're doing behind the scenes by following us on Twitter as well, as we regularly use Twitter to post before the release thumbnails. And of course, Smash staff painstakingly uploads onto the extremely progressive platform, who allows the Taliban to tweet, but not Donald Trump. Also, you can find our video here with Eugene. Eugene the Philosopher on spectra, emission, absorption, black body radiation, and condensed matter. Make sure you follow POTUS on Twitter. I mean, he's got some great tweets, and he's going to appear soon, too. So make sure you stay tuned for some Biden quotes. And we're going to put your quotes on the screen momentarily as well. By the way, let us know if anybody's got better thumbnails. I'm pretty sure our thumbnails are ridiculous. Just checking. Just checking. And of course, I won't just recite all my tweets. Oh, look. Only 2 votes on that poll. It's a shame. There's still 2 days left to vote in this poll. Which do you hate, if any? Do you hate any of those groups right there? I'll answer after the... in fact, I think I'll retweet. Yeah, check it out. There we go. Now it's at the top of my feed, folks. Twitter.com/smAsho. Who do you hate, if any? In 2 days, I'll comment. President Biden urges Californians to oppose recalling Governor Gavin Newsom. He knows how to get the job done. Which brings me to an important point. And the point is that since it was passed, the Second Amendment has always limited what kind of people can buy guns and what kind of guns people can buy. When I was your age, we didn't believe in all this poppycock hogwash. We used stone rollers in our Glocks back then. That was the good old days. The days of black powder and cannons and cannon fodder. Taking cannonballs right to the balls. Or perhaps the testes. We wished female soldiers could fight on the front. Anyway, what I was getting to is regarding my leg hair. Oh, wait. When I was your age, you couldn't just buy a cannon. Because if you would go out and just buy a cannon, the U.S. government would have scrambled intercontinental ballistic nuclear missiles. The Minuteman III, most likely, as well as scramble F-15s. All right, enough of that. Let's get back to the Smash News Network, least busted name in news. Anyway, said every ineffective bureaucrat in history, accountability for thee, but not for me. Accountability for you, but not accountability for me. Yeah. By the way, if you've been noticing clickbaity titles in our meteorology segments, it's entirely on purpose. We keep talking about how carbon dioxide is going to murder you and put Barack Obama's living room underwater. And there's nothing worse than the ocean lapping up on your $16,000 chaise lounge, because there'd be water damage involved, and you probably would have to get that thing dry cleaned or something. Shout out to Twilight Conspiracies. Did you see our video with William? So here's my voice acting debut, folks. I'm going to play a clip for you, and you may like this. And congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Reynolds. Congratulations to you two. And I'm not gonna spoil anything here. I'm gonna play just enough that you're gonna be like, huh? And yeah, we don't want to run into any copyright claims or anything like that. So this is my personal trailer. Allow me to remove myself. And I'm going to play such a short bit that you're going to have to go watch the video, period.
You're a fucking awful father, and
That's about enough. And if that sounds like me, There might be a reason for that. Let's go back to my Twitter. Oh my God. President Biden, let us know what you think if Newsom should be recalled. Now make sure you don't disagree with the president, folks. It's very dangerous to disagree with the president, because the president could have you thrown off of Twitter and Facebook, right? So make sure you don't disagree with the president on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, or while driving a Tesla. Anyway, once again, all of our videos get shared on Twitter. Yet another reason to watch. And here's another exclusive. Look at that. It's, hey, Twitter followers, there's a CME watch in effect, and so on and so on. By the way, we've also got automated alerts coming to smashomash.com. And we're working on all kinds of stuff right now. So our patrons know a little bit about this, maybe a little more than the average viewer. By the way, if you don't know who this guy is, Razor Fist, the Rageaholic on YouTube, go check him out, because the videos are splentacular, and he is one of the internet's foremost ragers. So perhaps we'll do a video where we'll yell at each other about something that sucks in the future. I'm looking forward to this. Shout out to Razor. One of my in fact, I think he is my favorite ranter on the whole internet. Razor Fist. Good times. And he's got great videos about like 80s metal bands and stuff. He's just good dudes. He is largely a political analyst, if you're wondering what his area of expertise is. I think he is a poli-sci major. As was the guy who owned the comic shop I used to go to in the late 80s. All right. Shout out to those who visited Cap's Comic Cavalcade. Yes, Cap's Comic Cavalcade. That was the spot. Also Beachhead Comics, which is still around, so that kind of was the spot too, right? Anyway, I was very excited just 2 days ago that Afghanistan was saved, because No Malarkey Joe was going to, quote, address and quote it in the next few days. Thank goodness. I was very worried that Afghanistan was totally screwed and the Taliban had taken over the whole country. But fortunately, Mr. Biden, U.S. President Joe Biden is now on the scene. Thank goodness. I'm sure those people now under Taliban armed control they feel perfectly secure right now, folks. So everything's perfect. Everything's perfect. The Middle East is perfect. And U.S. policy in it is exemplary. It's an example of something. And I won't even be critical in this video, as it is a YouTube. Just kidding, folks. Just kidding. By the way, if you didn't see our most recent Rive stream, our most recent Rive stream is entitled "Got a Question, We'll Answer It," especially if it's a good question. We did a massive file dump this week on Patreon. In other news, a massive, massive file dump with a bunch of imagery of the sun. And of course, we dropped our second newest meme, which is just epic. So let's put this up. Put it on screen, Smash staff. Oh, you're fired. Okay, fired. You want to be fired? I don't think so. You'd be fired for this, okay? It's outrageous when Taliban fighters occupy the Afghan presidential palace without even masking nor social distancing. Now, whether these guys all had COVID or not, I don't know. I don't know. Did they already have COVID, folks? We don't hear at the Smash News Network. We literally have no idea if these guys had COVID or not. Maybe they're all vaccinated, so maybe that's why they're not masked. But I won't ask them, you see, because their vaccination status, like yours, is absolutely none of my business. So the same way I don't care if you, the viewer, is vaccinated, I don't care if the Taliban is vaccinated. Now, do I think that the Taliban has similarities to you, the viewer? Oh, yeah. The Taliban's exactly like you. For instance, if you were one of our Capitol, quote, insurrectionists, end quote, you're exactly like these guys. Of course, you entered the Capitol unarmed, and you didn't actually overthrow a national government. You know, you didn't actually overthrow a national government. You just did some idiotic vandalism and other stupid things that made no sense and had no intention of overthrowing or taking over a government, while the Taliban, these gentlemen here, actually took over an entire country. If you look at a map, if you're wondering who controls all of Afghanistan, it would be this guy right here, who is still able to tweet. I would just bring that up once again. That as of this morning, this guy right here is still able to tweet. Now, would I remove his ability to tweet? No. I just would let anybody tweet. And if anybody can identify this guy, let us know. Is that the chief cleric? I don't know. It could be a wizard. Just saying. Yes, the xylophone. I love the xylophone and the marimba. And thanks everybody who left comments and listened to me rant. We've got to jump to Instagram promptly, as there's a guy doing a bike race. It is not a world record attempt necessarily, but he could break the world record. So let's just see what happens. And I'm just slowly scrolling down here as the auto scroll feature doesn't work. There we go. Now it works. Because reasons. Anyway, I apologize. I can't respond to all your comments, but at least we've displayed them. Let's head to Instagram real quick. So Ashton Lambie, this gentleman right here with the distinctive mustache, you might be able to see it in this view, is going to try to attempt, he's not going to try to attempt, he's going to attempt the 4-kilometer pursuit, the individual pursuit. So we're interested to see if he'll be able to do this. And check this crankset out. Is that the beefiest crankset you've ever... Look at that crankset. It's a giant shield of carbon. If that is not badassery, I don't know what is. By Watts Shop. Watts Shop out of the UK. Shout out to Watts Shop. Dag. That is one berserk bike. So we wish him luck, not that he would need it. And let's see if this will show up on my stories. Let's hope. I don't see any zip speed stories. So maybe they're a little bit delayed here. They were expecting to start this at 2:30. And we'll just move on to other stories. Smash staff, if you can figure that out. If he's in the process of riding right now, he wants to get a 3:59 or faster in the 4-kilometer pursuit. So it's the longest track time trial, folks, the 4-kilometer pursuit. Very popular event. You go outrageously fast, but for only 4 kilometers. And it's a fairly highly sought after type of race. Let's check out some news headlines here. I'm just basically going to a random site, give or take. Oh, the Dow's crashed. Oh, the Dow falls more than 100 points. Yeah, that's barely news. So it must be a slow news day, or CNBC wouldn't be clickbaiting the Dow down 100 points. Federal Reserve in the news for preparing to taper this year. The Federal Reserve preparing to taper. Does that mean it's going to reduce its balance sheet? I would assume that's what it probably means. They're going to pull back the pace of their monthly bond purchases. Anyway, could be news of inflation slowing, let's hope, as inflation has been a barn burner. Did I just see a Redbubble ad? I think I just saw a Redbubble ad, folks. Let us know if you see our products. And that reminds me to remind you to please not pole vault the caldera. No matter how bad things are, financially or otherwise, where there's life, there's hope. So don't pole vault the caldera. This public service message brought to you by smAsho Mash and Smash staff. Give Smash staff a raise by picking up some merch. By the way, the U.S. has locked out Afghanistan's financial assets. Let us know if you think that's appropriate leverage. I don't know. I'm not even weighing in on it. I'm just scrolling down. Facebook makes some contractors come into offices despite delaying return for U.S. employees. Well, you look at that. That really worked out well. Who would have guessed? I love it. Fantastic. Thank you, Redbubble. Thank you, Redbubble. That is just, we love that. Cheers. Showing up on the CNBC website. That's not half bad. Amazon is emailing sellers to warn them about Congress big tech's antitrust bills. I can't imagine why Congress would be passing antitrust bills. Let's see if HuffPo is reporting on this. Somehow I doubt it. Uh-oh. All right, now here we go. Now we got something to rant about. Anti-mask DeSantis. So let's just leave that on the screen there for a minute. Anti-mask DeSantis. Oh my God. That guy must be an evil sociopath, right? Because he's anti-mask, right? Must be a sociopath. Let us know what you think in the comments. Is Governor DeSantis a sociopath? How has Florida been faring in terms of the COVIDiacy? Is there more or less propaganda in Florida than in your location? Wherever you're located, let us know what you think about the state of propaganda. And by the way, we're so interested in the state of propaganda that we're actually going to record a video about it tomorrow. So Eugene and I are going to record a video about propaganda tomorrow. If you're wondering why I picked Eugene as our guest, it's because he's my favorite contributor to the Smash News Network, least busted name in news. And of course, he's been exposed to a little bit of propaganda in Minsk. And I won't even say the name of the country. So yeah, let us know what you think about Governor DeSantis. I've heard some people suggesting that Florida's worse off than other places. I guess it's because they don't look at data or have any idea what the hell they're talking about. It's enough to pull out the rant cam again. And the rant cam remains loaded, by the way, folks. It remains loaded. I can just switch and rant at any moment. Yeah, and I can rant about killing flies too. Yes, shout out to Nabo J. Yes, I was killing flies for real in this morning's space weather video. It's true, folks. It's true. We've been assaulted by arthropods. It must be Beelzebub. Probably because we failed to open Lucifer's luncheonette. I'm pretty sure Beelzebub had a debt to pay with Moloch. And because we never opened Lucifer's luncheonette, we never served anybody the Moloch burger, I think we're running into trouble on this. So I apologize. I don't do shtick. I got to take a little break here. I'm going to play another Golden Cat Productions track. You'll find links in the description to this little ditty. This one is called Tilt-A-Whirl. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. All right, so how's the rest of everybody's summer going? Is your summer already shattered? Has your summer ended early? Is it incredibly cold where you are? We've noticed extremely cold temperatures. Not cold enough to break out the rage cam over, but pretty cold nonetheless. All right, so let's check another news source. Here's one we haven't been to for a while. And by the way, you can access this great website yourself after you're done listening to our tracks. And let me phase this out. Again, this one's called Tilt-A-Whirl. And we may make this available at a later time. All right, cut that out. We'll close the video out with another track in a bit. But let's go to ABC News here. And allow me to vanish. So here are the top headlines on ABC News. We definitely haven't been to this one for a while here. And so some stories about wildfires. I believe the top headline here is about Florida schools. Over 8,000 students in Florida school district isolated or quarantined a week into the school year.
What will you design today?
Wow. Thanks for playing that great ad for me with full volume. ABC News. Over 8,000 students in Florida school district isolated or quarantined a week into the school year. So they've already started school there. And to make matters worse, geez. Kids not in school quarantined because of the COVID. Let us know what you think about this in the comments. And I believe there's a battle going on down there, as Florida is a well-known battleground state. So there is, Florida's a bit like Pennsylvania in reverse, maybe? I don't know. But that is suboptimal. Let's just say that. It's suboptimal. And I've got suspicions as to who's responsible for this, and I'm not even going to mention it. Why? No reason in particular. Just no reason in particular. I just don't feel like bringing it up. I think I'm just going to switch to a different story here. Let us know what you think about it in the comments. All right, so let's head to my favorite news source. And I read it daily, all right? So I'm going to do an incredibly fast scroll of this. I don't know what this ultimately means, but let's just do it just for the fun of it. Let's see what happens. So the Fed claiming it's going to taper. Is it going to reduce its balance sheet? Nope. It's just going to buy less bonds. The Fed said it's going to taper. Jerome Powell. How would you like to have Jerome Powell's job right now, folks? How would that pan out for your credibility? The answer is it doesn't matter, because you would have bleep you money. That's what would happen. You would have bleep you money. The same way Joe Rogan has bleep you money and can talk about whatever he wants, because he's paid a lot more than you. If anybody is watching this video who's paid more than Joe Rogan, please leave a comment, drop us a line, send me an email. We'll have you on the channel. And I'm not sure what his salary is. Didn't he sign like a $50 million deal? He's become like Rush Limbaugh Jr. without the conservatism. And that's not a dig on Joe Rogan, by the way. If you've been aligning me with a political party, here at the Smash News Network, and I'm intentionally not keyed out today. I could actually key myself out, as I usually am. I just chose not to be keyed out today. Sometimes I key myself out, and sometimes not. That's just the way it is. And yeah, so that's not a dig on anybody, but a little background on me. I'm what you would call politically irrelevant. I'm politically irrelevant. That's my political gender. Am I a conservative? Am I a liberal? Am I a leftist? Am I right wing? Who knows? I'm sherbet politics. I absolutely have never been associated with any political party. I've never been a Democrat, never been a Republican, never been a libertarian, never been a socialist, never been a commie, never been any of that crap. If you're trying to figure out which box I fit into, you're going to need a bigger box. So anyway, let's see if there's any articles here that strike my fancy before we close out the video. We've got about maybe, 10 or 15 minutes to go. Oh my gosh. This is my favorite article that I've seen. Oh my gosh. Get me the hell off the screen for this. This is berserk. Are you ready for this, folks? Are you ready for this? If you haven't laughed today, I would tell you that there are a lot of unreasonable people in the world who may be easier to reason with than people a lot more familiar to you. So don't be ossified in your beliefs. The Taliban troll Biden on Twitter by posing with ice cream. Yeah. Is it chocolate chip? Was the media swooning? Do you trust those guys better than certain government officials here in the U.S.? Are we surprised if you said yes? These are the questions to ask yourself. And just look, that is absolutely spectacular. If you think PSYOPs are fake, if you think PSYOPs are fake news, I give you this photo. Talk about getting owned. Somebody got owned, and Zero Hedge picked it up. So well done, Zero Hedge. Once again, just stunning. Absolutely stunning. I hope CNN, NBC, ABC, Fox News, Twitter, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, and Tesla all have this image programmed into their brains. Let's put your chats back on the screen. And I'm going to attempt to read these. I will be more than happy to appear on this screen with that luscious chocolate vanilla swirl. Yes. Maybe they don't have chocolate chips in Afghanistan. Maybe there's a trade embargo. I don't know. And don't worry, folks. Some of us are able to fight everybody all at once and still win. All right. So this, I mean, seriously. Mr. President, what are you having today? Chocolate chip. Did somebody whisper in his ear, chocolate chip? Seriously? I mean, it is berserk. You know what's interesting? The same people who want to end the filibuster will want the filibuster back if the filibuster should happen to end. In about 2 or 3 years, whoever wants to end the filibuster will want to bring the filibuster back. And if you think that's a prophecy, well, I don't know. Start writing the Newer Testament. I don't know what to tell you. Nay, a big yellow. Don't eat that yellow snow. Zappa xylophone work is unreal. Ainsley Dunbar, drummer, enough. I don't know what that means. And thanks to one of our new smashomash.com/forum members, Dane Bramage. Thanks for putting up a post, creating an account, etc. smashomash.com/forum for lots of coherent and incoherent comments, posts, etc. By the way, thanks for bringing it up, L. Jen. And I like it so much that you brought this up that I'm going to add you as a moderator. If you're still viewing, L. Jen, cheers. These glasses are the kind that you can't buy. So I'm going to actually show this off here for a minute. If you look on the inside of this thing, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. You may be able to see that it says Raisin Bran. Yes, because these things are like 30 years old. They were obtained through UPC symbols and paying postage and handling from Raisin Bran cereal back in the late 1980s. They're actually rear view shades. That's why they're so wide. And yeah, I can tell you how many fingers you're holding up if you're behind me. The levels of badassery are ridiculous, and I apologize. No, you can't buy them on eBay. They're priceless. And my black pair is even more priceless. So yeah, cheers. If you want to know what bands I listen to, I only listen to music that I've produced on my own. Links in the description. All right, I'm just kidding, folks. I'm not trying to be like a fashion snob. But some people certainly seem to understand the way things work on planet Earth. What do you think? Other people seem a little bit confused about it. And I'm just going to let these comments scroll here. And again, if there's something you'd like us to comment about, we're going to be closing this video out in about 10-15 minutes. The same amount of time it took Seinfeld to get a seat in that Chinese restaurant. Ugh. Yes, Fauci. We may have to take clips of some of those Cuomo and Fauci impersonations because I wasn't expecting to go that deep. I went deep. I went deep into the Fauci-Cuomo well. Yeah, we're going to talk about propaganda tomorrow. Propaganda, which will probably just do nothing but get our channel banned from YouTube. No big deal. And thanks for leaving a comment, Raymond Scott Benude. So some interesting comments there. Thanks everybody for leaving them. Here at the Smash News Network, we greatly value your comments. We read all of them. And before we should happen to, I don't know, vanish, we prefer to see comments than not. So I'm just going to display this again here for a quick moment because here at the Smash News Network, we encourage you to take screenshots of our videos. And yeah, and then seriously, folks, did you see the video about, I'm going to play this video, all right? I'm going to just do a search for Biden's ice cream on DuckDuckGo. And I'm going to click videos. I'm sure it's going to be pretty easy to find the scene where Biden's eating some ice. Oh, geez. Isn't that weird? They're all YouTube videos. And we can't find the press swooning over Biden's ice cream choice. Interesting. I'm sure it's probably just
Just a scoop of mint chip for me.
It's probably just a coincidence, folks. I don't know. It's probably just a coincidence. I'll just get that stuff off the screen here. I'm just going to do a search here on YouTube for chocolate chip. All right, here we go. Really? Reporter, what's your message to Republicans? Biden, eat some chocolate chip. Are you kidding me? Is this not a famous enough clip? Is this fully censored now? Really? Is this even like any controversy? What the hell is up with this nonsense? Like, this is not famous? When reporter says, what kind of ice cream?
We're so excited what you're doing for the country.
Well, thank you.
Mr. President, what did you order?
Chocolate chip.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. President, what is your...
There you go. I found it. Let's play that again. A bunch of people just firing off random questions and Secret Service looking a little bit suspiciously. Let's play this again.
Chocolate chip.
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate chip. Oh my God. It's chocolate chip. What an amazing man. He replaced that mean Donald Trump, that orange man who's bad. He replaced him as well as consumed chocolate chip ice cream. Time for the Rage Cam. You morons! You fascist sociopaths! How dare you think that Joe Biden is anything besides your pal? He consumes chocolate chip ice cream. Are you a savage? Are you a fascist? Do you not understand how tasty chocolate chip ice cream is? What kind of a psycho goes around not swooning over ice cream flavors? I mean, personally, it's... You have to be a psycho if you don't think that chocolate chip ice cream is the ice cream of kings and emperors. Kings and emperors are the only men capable of consuming chocolate chip. And for that, President Biden, the Smash News Network, thanks you from the bottom of our pocketbooks. Let's get back to news stories. And just not even, oh my God. Oh, geez, why was it so hard? Let us know if that's what she said. All right, so we're going to go to one more news source here. I don't know, how about the WashingtonExaminer.com, right? Now, I know YouTube is full of right-wing zealots, right? YouTube, oh my God, you evil sociopaths in flyover country. How dare you watch our videos? I know that you might think that I look weird. I was going to wear a side ponytail and a dress for this video, but I changed my mind. Indeed, I look weird on purpose. There's a reason for it. I'm not anti-you or anybody in particular. I'm not anti-people, period. Now, I nearly became more social, or you could say less antisocial, back in the year 2020. However, as a result of people, very, very specific people, I became slightly more misanthropic instead. So there are certain people who should be held accountable, in addition to Andrew Cuomo, let's just say. Since 2020 was the year of clarity, how about year of accountability in 2021? So here are the Washington Examiner headlines. Is it right-wing? Is it corporatist? I don't know. According to Washington Examiner, the Taliban have begun their new era of national governance. As I stated earlier in their video, they control the entire, all the provinces, or whatever they're called. I think they're provinces. All of them, including the capital, is most certainly under Taliban control. Do they have Apache helicopters? Do they have F-16s? I'm not sure. Let us know in the comments if you think they have Apache helicopters and F-16s. Do they have the M1A3 main battle tank, which only requires one person to operate the whole thing because it has an auto-loading system and a firewall between the ammunition and the driver? Who knows? Who knows? But in any case, here are your headlines. The top headline is an opinion piece. I think this may be their header. Let's scroll down here. It looks like the top headline may actually be Biden administration seeking faster review. I think they may have too much stuff on their homepage. Let's talk about web page design for a minute. Do you think this might be a little bit too much stuff? Seriously, what are you going to click on here? I'm not going to click on CBS News, but for goodness sakes, Washington Examiner. Put a little order in the chaos? Seriously, put a little order in the chaos. It looks like a mess. So here's the first headline we see in a larger font. Is the whole thing a header? What is going on? Anyway, here's the first thing we see in a larger font. Biden administration seeking faster reviews for asylum cases. Yes, asylum cases. Oh my God. Here's the woman from PragerU. I recognize her. Alicia Krause. Is it a face of reason? Or maybe she's a right-wing nut job. Let us know what you think in the comments. And thanks everybody for leaving comments and listening to me rant about various random things. We do classify these videos into the news and politics realm. So let me just scroll all these comments so that if yours was commented, if you commented, we're trying to put it on the screen. Cheers. And yeah, we wish you all the. Oh look, it looks like I'm just. What's wrong with you, COVID? You act like you're made in China, some kind of cheap plastic, stolen intellectual capital made at a U.S. lab and then sent to China. Okay, China. Why do you keep growing, COVID? Nobody's scared of you, COVID. You keep growing bigger and bigger and smellier and made of cheaper and cheaper plastic. You've got lead in the dog food, COVID. You've got lead in the dog food, okay? If you were my virus, you'd be fired, okay? Fired. Nobody could have ever made a vaccine as fast as we made for the COVID vaccine. It was the most amazing, most incredible, most spectacular vaccine ever built in the history of mankind. Okay? And now, from hell's heart, I stab at you, COVID. I stab at you. Stop it, COVID. Just stop. Stop it. Stop it. Ah. That's what you get for being so cheap and Chinese and made of plastic. It's stolen intellectual capital plastic, okay? You even stole our formula for plastic. Callaway golf clubs. Expensive handmade Italian bicycles. They're all now made in China, okay? China. All right, anyway, folks, we're out of here. Thanks for tuning into our live stream. Look for more content coming soon on the channel. Visit our links, etc. Support us, yada, yada, yada. Again, like it says in the title, lots of changes coming at smAsho.com. Thanks to our patrons, and we'll see you next time. I've been your host, Dan, a.k.a. smAsho, signing off from the Smash News Network, Least Busted. Name and news. We'll close things out with one more ditty from Golden Cat Productions. This one is called Most Brutalist, Most Vicious, just... Most brutalist, most viciousest, most...
ever. But I'm the best. But I'm the best. But I'm the best ever. 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 But I'm the never been. There's no one can stop me. 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 There's no one like me. I'm from their claw. There's no one that can match me. 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 No one that can match. The best ever. The best ever. The best ever. The best ever. I was gonna rip it harder. Impetuous. My defense is impregnable. Brutal and vicious and vicious and most ruthless champion. Brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion is ever. Brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion is ever. Brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion is brutal and vicious and most ruthless